Trapmore gang, I'm not going to lie, I'm nervous to make this video. I'm not going to cap. I'm actually a little bit nervous to make this video. Over the past few days, okay, you've been hearing from me about this new rapper, this demonic rapper, Kill Bill, okay? Look, since THF Bayzoo died, there's been all this speculation about who might have been involved. We've seen Lil Zay Osama, you know, his 2 watches got stolen. He claimed that 5 people got killed over the watch. Maybe that tally is going up, but there's been all these rumors and speculations that THF Bayzoo might have been killed as revenge for what happened to another rapper called Lil Deuce, okay? And Lil Deuce, it seemed like one of his best friends was this guy Kill Bill, who they're now saying, I'm not saying it. They're saying on Reddit he's got 12 bodies. I don't know what. I haven't seen anything. Officer, eyes are closed. Didn't see anything. I didn't see which way the suspects ran. I had no idea what is going on. I've never seen a grey Nike Tech. I've only got a light blue Nike Tech. That's all I got on deck, okay? But they're saying on Reddit that Kill Bill got 12 bodies, okay? There's rumors that he maybe had something to do with the THF Bayzoo hit. Some people have denied it, okay? And I'm going to show you some people who are denying it now. But another interview has come out from Corporate Cartel Media, okay? And shout out to Corporate Cartel Media. He really is killing it right now when it comes to these interviews actually catching up with the people who really are the most important new generation rappers, gangsters, shooters, hat collectors, whatever you want to call them in Chicago. He has got the work, okay? He's popped out with another Kill Bill clip from his Kill Bill interview, okay? And look, Kill Bill had some choice words for me just yesterday, all right? I was very scared, but at the same time, you a famous Chicago legend right now, okay? So we gotta talk about it, all right? Let's start there. But this interview, okay, a clip from this interview is going viral right now on Reddit, okay? And look, I'm not saying he did anything, okay? When they're saying he's got 12 hats, I'm assuming he's just gone to Lids and just splashed out. You know, I'm hearing they've got hatflation. They got a 9-for-1 sale on at the Lid store at the moment. That must be what they're referring to. But they're saying when he's 12 times, okay, he's got 12 different fitted caps in his collection. And he says RIP THF Bayzoo in this interview, and then he starts smiling demonically. Now, this is going viral on Reddit. I think we should watch this clip and then see what the comments say, and then maybe let's go to the interview and hear a little bit more context around it to see if maybe this clip is being taken out of context and they're trying to make him look way more demonic than he actually is, okay? Let's have a look, all right? Let's see. I'm nervous. I'm scared. All right, Kill Bill, I know you're going to watch this because I know you tapped it, all right? And I'm scared, all right? But look, this is what the Reddit's saying. I don't think you've done anything wrong other than just go to Lid store and take advantage of their recent discount.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That don't be, you know, rest in peace, huh?
Yeah, for sure. So, what I was going to say, though, you just spoke on Deuce. He like, little Deuce.
Nah, not that smile, man. That smile's crazy. Now, to be fair, in his defense, he looked off screen. Maybe he sees something funny. Maybe he saw like a really funny meme. Maybe someone was holding up a really funny meme off screen. It was a complete coincidence. That smile ain't got that. Surely that smile ain't got nothing to do with the fact that he just said RIP Zoo. We're gonna have to hear that again. But that smile was
no shit like that. Oh, yeah. That don't be, you know, rest in peace, huh?
Yeah, for sure. So, what I was going to say, though, you just spoke on Deuce. He like, little Deuce.
Bruh, nah, that's... They must have shown him a really funny meme off screen, man. They must have had like a meme. They must have had some AI, like some Sora clip that was just really funny, unrelated off screen, man, because that smile is demonic. They're saying he looked like them hyenas off The Lion King. Yo, stop, man. This is not someone to joke about. This is not anyone to be played with, bro. People saying they love this sub. They're saying Zoo was mocking Lil Deuce's death shortly before he died himself, so it's only right. They're saying bro claimed to be a villain, and he definitely looks the part. I'm definitely in living in fear currently. I'm not going to lie. Okay, it said, I ain't even know Kill Bill went to school with Lil Jeff. Must have been that killing school, they're saying. You're a killer, Billy. You're about 6 or 7 years older than Jeff. DMG Lil Jeff, not the Lil Jeff. Okay, so it's a different Lil Jeff. They're saying RIP here, but also check out my rest in P face. Oh, man. He's saying, you know what that mean? But, and in his defense, right, before you say I'm putting bodies and lying on him, we're going to give a lot of, and I'm going to upvote this too. They're saying he doesn't fit the description of either of the 2 shooters in that video. Right? So, it's Cap. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do anything wrong. Someone showed him a meme off screen, and it made him laugh, and it's unrelated, and he doesn't fit the description of either of the 2 shooters in that video. Now, some people aren't buying it. They're saying, ain't no description, but one being fat, one being skinny, and Bill is skinny. Right? I don't believe it, personally. Okay? Said, LMAO, you be funny as F, getting all turned on by imagining extra bodies for your favorite rapper. People saying, is Kill Bill even a rapper? I didn't know he made music. He did make music, and I want to hear more music from Kill Bill. I'm not going to lie. okay, whether or not you did anything wrong, when everyone in Chicago starts talking about how many hats you got, it's time for you to drop music. Okay, this is an opportunity for you to get away from that stuff. Maybe this isn't somebody that wants to get away from that lifestyle, but like this is a time for Kill Bill. All eyes are on him. Drop some music. Maybe, I'm not gonna lie, Kill Bill. There comes a time in this, and I'm actually gonna stop messing around now. I was sort of making a few little jokes there, but like, there comes a time in this kind of Chicago drill scene where, you know, you get these people that get the spotlight shone on them. At a certain point, it was King Von, the 7 bodies. Lil Jeff was having the spotlight. Unfortunately, that spotlight got its brightest after he passed away, but there was the rumors that he had 11 bodies. You know, Q50 had that moment for himself where he was saying he's up 8 hats. He's trying to make it to 10. Now, the sad truth is that often when that happens, the negative consequences aren't usually far behind. This often ends up with people ending up usually deceased, sometimes in jail, but more often than not deceased. Now, I don't want to see that. I don't care what Kill Bill's done. Okay, this is a young man he's still got his life ahead of him. Okay, he's saying that it's lies. He's not really done any of that stuff that they're saying on Reddit. Okay, if we take that at face value, all right, that's cool. This is an opportunity right now. He's got all of these eyes on him. If you got the eyes of the Reddit on you, I'm not going to lie, you probably got the eyes of law enforcement on you too. Now, hopefully, okay, because sometimes people on Reddit, they're desperate to try and put hats and bodies on people. Hopefully, it really isn't true. Hopefully, it really isn't a situation where this is going to catch up with him and he's going to be doing a lot of time in prison. Hopefully, it's not a situation where somebody's going to hurt him. I feel like this is actually a great opportunity for Kill Bill to pop out, drop music, okay? If possible, maybe move out of Chicago, maybe get out of some of these places, because Bayzoo really shouldn't have been over there. Bayzoo had gotten way too big. He had way too many opportunities in music to be back over there. Maybe this isn't the kind of advice Kill Bill's looking to hear, man, but I actually hope that this young man can see the opportunity he has. It's a strange opportunity. These weird, psychos on Reddit and me on YouTube putting all these bodies on you and trying to work out if you're as dangerous as they say you are. But this is just what it is. This is what the hip-hop drill discourse is right now, and you do have an opportunity to break the cycle and get out of this situation. Get out of Chicago. Make some music. If you make music right now, you got the motion. You got the type of motion that ain't nobody in the rap game gets other than those certain people. The King Vons, the Lil Jeffs. Because of the things that everybody thinks that they did, you end up having this big spotlight on you. And whether it's true or not, okay, it's up to you how you use that spotlight. You could use that spotlight to stay in the same places, keep attracting all of that negative attention, or you could use that to kind of get out the way, start attracting some positive attention, making some music, doing some positive things. I don't know Kill Bill from a can of paint. I don't know if he's given a shit about music whatsoever, okay? But I feel like this is a teachable moment for a young man that maybe all of this stuff is cap, and it's all a fantasy and it's great marketing, in which case take advantage of it. If it's all true, if it turns out to all be true, you got a very short window of saving yourself and taking advantage of this opportunity, and I do hope that he can take advantage of that opportunity, and I do hope that all the rumors that they're saying about him aren't true. I'm digging into them. I'm looking a little bit closer and closer and closer, and I'll let you guys know when I've reached my determination. But right now, I'm just going on a whole bunch of Reddit comments. But I think it is time for Kill Bill to pop out with music. Maybe get out the city. I'm not gonna lie. If you haven't got a criminal record, Kill Bill, you might even want to get out of the country. I'm not going to lie, okay? Because if there's even a shred of truth to some of this stuff, you still got time, all right? Lil Durk was probably a couple of days. Lil Durk was in London like a week before he got arrested. He could have actually skated. He could have gone to Dubai, could have gone to all of these different places. There's a rapper in the UK called Fredo who's caught a serious case. His whole crew got indicted in a big RICO-style indictment, but we don't have RICOs in the UK. But he made it to Thailand. He got away. And for now, he's out there dropping music, laying low. I don't know what sort of resources you got, man, but if it was me and I was making music and everyone was thinking I had 12 bodies, I'd be getting out of Chicago and I'd be dropping just an insane amount of music and being known as this outlaw on the run making music and just hella out the way. Because a million people have been warned about not staying in Chicago and it's caught up with them. FBG Duck, Vlad famously told Duck, get out of the city, and he said, I'm cool. So that's just my 2 cents, man. That's just honestly like me giving my responsible take. Okay? So anybody, right? Ah, man. It's so messed up. I have to blur that. Saying talking about 12X. They're saying the dude looks like David. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. I mean, I don't even know what to do. All right, we getting out of control here now, okay? But look, let's take a look at the feature length interview and just see if he said anything else interesting around that, because I do think that like there's probably some interesting insights in here. And you know, I feel like maybe in context rather than just an 11-second clip, maybe in context it's gonna not seem as crazy for him to be smiling like that. Okay, but let's see. So basically, right, the topic that he's talking about at this time, okay, and I think this context does actually provide a little bit more backstory to make you realize that maybe he wasn't. I mean, he's already smiling at something going on off camera. So whoever's scrolling through those hilarious memes off camera, you know what I mean? They were already there doing their thing. He's already smiling off camera. But anyway, he's basically on this topic. He's talking with corporate cartel media, and he's talking about kind of people trolling you after you pass away, and Chicago and this being a thing, and everybody being out of line. And the title of this clip, it's Kill Bill had words with Bayzoo on FaceTime, and he talks on not trolling his death. So I think in context, even if he had nothing to do with the situation, it kind of does make sense. So let's just see it in context. I'll just show you a couple of minutes of this, and you can go and watch the full thing yourself on Corporate Cartel Media's channel. He's killing it right now.
A lot of people in the rack, though, y'all troll each other when people lose their life. You get what I'm saying? Y'all, people troll each other, but at the end of the day, it's real pain behind that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, speak on that. Like, I want to, like, because people be thinking that, like, it's a movie or something. This shit is real, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. So, like, that trolling shit, that shit, if they on some hundred shit, like, me personally, I can't speak for everybody else, but, like at one point, that shit used to have me tweaking. Like, trolling motherfuckers make me mad. Like, I'm gonna get my brain. So, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, when my homie Bobo passed away in 2021, it was to the point fake page was in my DM trolling me. I call Lord and tell them come get me so we get outside. We done went on speeds and shit. They done went on 2 speeds, come to get me. Bam. We went on the speed when I jump in a car. On blood and the whole time. The nigga texting me, it's a fake page. He trolling and shit. But like, I'm talking like, where you at and shit? Like, I really was going through. I can't even lie.
So he's saying fake pages, like meme pages on Instagram, are trolling him about his dead friend, and him and his friends are going on high-speed chases with the cops to come and pick him up. They're going on high-speed chases away from the cops, trying to hunt down whoever's behind these pages. So that just shows you how real it is. And I'm not going to lie, clearly, Kill Bill be spinning on fools just for even trolling him on Instagram, all right? So I'm not trying to say nothing negative about Kill Bill, for real.
But like now, it'd be to the point, I don't even, like, I'm gonna be saying shit to the internet. The internet don't get you, because like a lot of shit niggas be saying, they wouldn't say it in my face. Like I done seen niggas and shit, and they wouldn't say shit to my face and shit. So it'd be like, you trolling, saying my dead homie shit, like, you ain't finna get my brain, make me mad. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say that it's just a trend, because it's just like, especially if you got a name, you get what I'm saying? It seems like people just have at it, you know what I'm saying? I just seen that rest in peace to the brother Bayzoo. I didn't know that brother, you know what I mean? But it's just, you know, I don't want to see nobody die, you get what I'm saying? So it's like at the end of the day, but it's like, that shit was horrible, but everybody had they, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Say like, on some other shit, like, I wasn't trolling. Say we had words, but it wasn't no bad words. We was just on the phone and shit. It was me, him, we was on group FaceTime. I was in the car with Dulcie, and we was on the phone with Zay, I think Lil Law and Zoo, but like, so he wasn't even, like, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't arguing.
That's insane. Is he saying that he was on the phone with Lil Deuce, Lil Law from THF, Bayzoo, and Lil Zay Osama? Like, bruh, that's like the craziest group call you could ever imagine. Like, now, how everything played out, that's the craziest, like, that is insanity. Bro, what?
Like, no shit like that. Yeah, that don't be, you know, rest in peace, huh?
Yeah, for sure. So what I was gonna say though, you just spoke on Deucey, like Lil Deuce. I was calling him Deucey. I seen y'all when y'all mentioned him, that's what I called him. So like, speak on Shorty. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. When I had met Shorty, he showed me a lot of love. I only met him one time. He had like a real aura. I ain't gonna lie. Like, he really had one. He had an aura, bro. So what was to him? Like, how y'all meet and all that? You know what I'm saying?
Shit, like, he been knew it. Like, he had been and known Lord and them and shit. So he knew. If I'm not.
So look, he's touching on his relationship with Lil Deuce. Now, if you want to know more about that, you know, go check out the whole clip. It's really interesting. I feel like I've got to have respect for Kill Bill for opening up about these situations. We just seen him on 16 Shot and Visuals channel, basically, you know, having a very emotional moment, talking about the loss of Lil Deuce, talking about how crazy it is to wake up. You know, this is somebody you speak to every single day, and one day you wake up, they ain't here no more. You can't. They're gone. And look, I've not lost people in the same way that he's going to describe. I have lost people in my life. I've had people close to me, my family, pass away, and it is weird. You know, it's weird when that friend maybe you spoke to, or that relative you spoke to, ain't no speaking no more. You can't get their take on anything. You don't know how they're feeling. You don't know how they felt when they checked out. And it's really sad. And respect to him for being able to open up and be emotionally vulnerable to talk about these things, because I feel like that's actually missing in Chicago. I feel like a lot of these kids, they listen to the music, this crash out music, and they think it's all cool. But really, there's real pain behind this stuff. And some of these guys, they're falsely portraying this street lifestyle in a way that makes it seem way more glamorous than it is. And I feel like shout out to Kill Bill for actually keeping it real in some of these interviews about the pain that actually comes from the streets. Whether or not you believe he did this and that and the other, look, the investigation continues, realistically. But let me know what you thought of this, man. Look, shout out to Kill Bill. Really no disrespect. I want to say I respect what he's doing, but I ain't quite got the answers to everything that he's doing yet. But like, this is a young black man coming out of a very difficult scenario with a lot of losses, a lot of pain, a lot of trauma, and you know, there's really no telling how to process that. Okay, if it turns out that he really did kill 12 people, you know what I mean? That's maybe that's a little bit. Maybe that's overly making up for what you've been through in the streets. I really don't know. I'm not in that scenario, so I can't pretend like I know what that's like. Okay, but I am going to keep kind of following this story, following Kill Bill's come up. I feel like he does seem like actually he's quite a emotionally intelligent young man, which is very rare in Chicago. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. I will keep you guys updated. I've got a whole bunch of videos I'm about to film back to back, and a main channel video coming very soon. So stay tuned. I got a lot of just really quality deep dive content on topics that you guys are really interested in. So I appreciate you guys watching this. I'll catch you in the next video, and I'm out here. Peace, guys.